Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's episode is about my Rise of Kingdoms story journey from beginning to now. I played Rise of Kingdoms completely wrong. My journey from beginner to 100M power. If I could go back to the day I first downloaded Rise of Kingdoms, there are so many things I would do differently. I wasted gems. I wasted resources. I invested legendary sculptures into the wrong commander. I trained thousands of troops that I didn't even understand. And believe it or not, I actually attacked players from my own kingdom because I thought they were enemies. But the funny thing is, at the time, I didn't know I was making mistakes. I thought I was playing the game correctly. I played for 2,446 days, almost 6 years. I started playing Rise of Kingdoms around the COVID period, and I have been playing continuously ever since. No long break, no quitting, just playing, learning, fighting, and enjoying the game. Today, I have 2 accounts around 100 million power. One of them is VIP 18, the other is VIP 14, and I also have other accounts and more than 50 farm accounts that I use to gather resources, especially for KVK, but I didn't start anywhere close to that. So let me take you back to the beginning. I thought Rise of Kingdoms was Clash of Clans. The first time I discovered Rise of Kingdoms was through an advertisement. I had never played the game before, so I downloaded it. And when I opened the game, I immediately made my first mistake. I thought, this is basically Clash of Clans. I had played Clash of Clans before, so naturally I compared the 2 games. You have a city, you have buildings, you train troops. You can attack. And then I saw something called an alliance, so I thought, okay, this is just like a clan. Since I'm from Pakistan, I started looking for a Pakistani alliance. I thought I would join some Pakistani players, help them, fight other groups, and basically play the game together. And while an alliance really is about playing together, I had absolutely no idea how important it was going to become. I didn't understand kingdom politics, I didn't understand KVK, I didn't understand migration, I didn't understand commanders, I didn't understand VIP. Honestly, I didn't understand much of anything, I was just having fun, and that's when things started getting interesting. My first mistake, training way too much siege. At the time I started playing, siege troops were very important in Clash of Clans. So naturally, when I came to Rise of Kingdoms, I thought siege troops must be amazing here too. I saw siege units and basically thought, these are going to be my fighting troops. So I trained a lot of them. I was preparing for fights without even understanding what I was preparing for. Looking back, it's actually funny. I was bringing my Clash of Clans knowledge into a completely different game. I didn't understand that Rise of Kingdoms has completely different troop mechanics and strategy, and this was my first real lesson. Never assume a new game works the same way as the game you came from. Learn the game itself, because I was about to make an even bigger mistake. Yes, I attacked my own kingdom. This is probably the funniest part of my beginner journey. I didn't understand that the players around me in my kingdom were my own kingdom members. I saw someone with lower power than me and thought, he's weaker than me, I should attack him. I was looking for power, so if I saw someone who had less power, I would launch an attack on their city, and then I would lose troops. I didn't understand why I was losing troops for these attacks. Just thought, this is how the game works. And it didn't stop there. Sometimes I would see someone gathering resources on a resource node, and I thought, They're gathering resources. I can attack them and take it. So I attacked their resource nodes too. Imagine being that player. You're peacefully gathering resources, and suddenly some beginner comes and attacks you because he thinks you're an enemy. That beginner was me. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I didn't understand that these players could eventually be the same people I would need beside me during KVK. I didn't even know what KVK was. Then I started learning the game. As I played more, I slowly started understanding that Rise of Kingdoms was much deeper than I originally thought. It wasn't just about building a city. It wasn't just about increasing power. There were commanders. There was VIP. There were alliances. There was diplomacy. There was migration. And then there was KVK. That's when I realized this game was completely different from what I initially imagined. But even after I started understanding the game, I still made some very expensive mistakes. Mistake number 2, wasting my gems. One of the biggest mistakes I made was how I spent my gems. When I was new, I didn't understand the importance of VIP. I had gems and I wanted to spend them. So I bought things like tomes of knowledge and gold keys. At the time I thought, I'm getting something useful, so this must be a good investment. But later, when I understood the game better, I realized I should have been focusing much more on VIP. If you're a new player and you're planning to play Rise of Kingdoms long term, this is one of the biggest lessons I can give you. Don't waste your gems just because you have them. Your first major goal should be reaching VIP 10 because that's when you start getting one legendary sculpture every day. And if you're going to play for years, continuing to increase your VIP becomes even more valuable. VIP 12, 13, and especially 14 give you much better long-term legendary sculpture income. I learned this after making the mistake myself. So, don't repeat. Mistake number 3. My gold heads. Then came another mistake that I really wish I had avoided. I invested legendary sculptures into the wrong commander. I didn't understand commander roles. I didn't understand which commanders were good for open field fighting. I didn't understand long-term commander investments. I basically saw a legendary commander and thought, it's legendary, so it must be good. So I invested my gold heads. Later, I realized that I had made the wrong choice. And that's when I learned one of the most important lessons in Rise of Kingdoms. Gold heads are extremely valuable. From that beginner to where I am today. The same person who trained too much siege. The same person who attacked his own kingdom members. The same person who attacked resource nodes because he thought everyone was an enemy. The same person who wasted gems. The same person who invested gold heads into the wrong commander. That person is still playing Rise of Kingdoms today. And I've been playing continuously since I started. No major break. I kept learning. I kept improving. And today, I have a count around 100 million power, is VIP 18, and I also have other accounts and more than 50 farm accounts. I open most of those farms every day to gather resources that I can use for KVK. Think about how crazy that sounds compared to where I started. I once attacked my own kingdom because I thought they were enemies. Now I have more than 50 accounts helping me prepare for kingdom wars. That's how much Rise of Kingdoms became part of my life. And the funny thing is, I still enjoy it. Thanks for watching. And here is redeem code.